Okay, so today we are going to continue with the theory part. Let me share this screen. Okay. So in previous class we learned about the introduction. We went to the introduction of Salesforce. Then we also learned about the user interface. Okay, so there I told you that we have two different user interface. Even if we change the user interface, it will not going to affect on the data, right? The data will be exact same, whether it is classic UI or Tycoon UI. Okay, so let's continue with the theory part. So today I'm going to, take the topic of company information. So company information, what is this? Okay, so company information provides some information about your organization or company. Okay, when a new account is created. For example, let's say if you joined a new organization, right? Uh, let's say Cognizant or Infosys or any other multinational company. Then, as a system administrator, what you will do is first you will try to understand your organization, right? So you will check the company information because it provides some information about your organization or company. Okay. So in this Salesforce.com company information, we can find details on licenses, company profile information like addresses, etc. So if you want to search the company information, what you have to do is you have to go to the setup and in setup enter company information. Right now I am already on the setup, okay, but let's say if I am in different application, okay, let's say I'm in a different application or uh, let's say I'm reviewing any record, then what I can do is just simply go to setup and here enter company info. Click on company information. Okay, so this is the company information. As you see here, when I created this particular Salesforce, all that time it asked me to enter company name there, right? So when we enter company name, okay, it creates the company information. That particular company name is going to appear. Let's say I have entered here GuruSchools. If you have joined the organization, let's call it as Cognizant, okay, then you will see the company name as Cognizant here and here also, okay, organization name. Then we have address field here, right? We have default local, default language, and default time zone as well. This particular time zone, it takes when you enter your address while creating your Salesforce developer org. Okay, so first time when we create this, okay, that time it takes whatever address we have put in. According to that, it takes the default time zone. Okay, default language and default locale. Okay, then we have here currency. All this is based on your information, whatever information you have put in there. Okay, now you see here we have Salesforce.com organization ID. So this is very important part. Okay, this ID is very important and this ID is unique for each and every Salesforce org. Okay, so when you create a Salesforce org, a unique ID will will be generated, and that ID you can see over here. And the use of this ID is, for example, let's say um, in your organization you have some issues, okay, other issues, and you want to contact the Salesforce support, okay, that time you will have to provide this particular ID to them so that they can check uh, the correct or right, and they should have access to it. Another reason is Salesforce throughout the year, completes some um, release cycle, and let's say some issues are ongoing from Salesforce and okay, and Salesforce will uh, resolve those particular issues. So when these issues are resolved for like orgs, okay, they include that ID there so that you can check whether for your org the issue is resolved or not. If Salesforce is doing some major release or something like that, you can also check that the exact date and time for that particular major release because Salesforce does it 3 times, okay, a year using ID only. So there is a website called status.salesforce.com where you can just paste this ID, okay, and you will see the history as well as whatever releases, whatever patch releases is there in the future. Okay. Now we have here organization edition. Okay, so Salesforce provides different types of editions, such as Essential Edition, Professional Edition, Enterprise, Unlimited, and Developer. So Developer Edition is something, okay, which is free for everyone, okay, and this is just for learning purpose. If you are working in any organization, that Salesforce R will be the paid R, okay, and according to the client's requirement, okay, Salesforce gives the addition to the plan. For example, let's say if there is a company, okay, who wants to use Salesforce and but their company is very small scale company, okay. In that scenario, Salesforce will suggest to uh, opt for the essential edition or group edition. Why? Because it has limited functions, right? um, and it fulfills the requirement of the client. So for small scale businesses, we have essential edition, we have group edition, then for mid scale, we have professional edition, and for large scale, we have enterprise edition and unlimited edition. So based on the edition, feature will also upgrade. Okay, for example, in group edition, even though we have security in group edition, the limitation is we cannot modify that particular security as per our requirement because that is something set by Salesforce. But if you want that particular feature, then you can upgrade it to professional edition. In professional edition, you will get uh, you can update the security as per your requirement. Let's say there are some features which are not available in professional edition, okay, then you can opt for enterprise edition and unlimited edition. So for example, let's say in enterprise edition, uh, Salesforce provides 500 fields per object, okay. If you remember in last class, we covered this concept, what is object, what is fields, and what is record. Okay, object means table, fields means columns. So if you want to add 500 columns in one table, you can do that. But if your requirement is more than 500 fields, right, then you will have to opt for unlimited edition because in unlimited edition, they provide 800 fields. So like this, okay. So feature are uh, upgraded in each and every edition. So what I will do, I will provide you the link where you can go through all the editions and you can learn about the features and limitations. Okay, just a moment. Okay, now if I scroll down, then I will see the user licenses. This is also very important. Okay, so in developer edition, Salesforce provides some licenses for free. Okay, for our practice. For example, here the first license is Salesforce license. Okay, and Salesforce gives two free licenses, from which one license is already used because my user is there. Okay, now how to use licenses, how to create users and all this we are going to learn in security mode. Okay, in security mode, this is going to, but just for knowledge, just keep in mind that we can find user licenses over here. Okay, so we have different user licenses. We have Salesforce, we have Salesforce platform, we have customer community. This is something for external users. If you want some external users to access your Salesforce through website or something, okay, community, then you can assign this particular license. Okay, now let's scroll down and here you will see permission set licenses. So there are some permissions which requires licensing. See, okay, so that user will be able to use it. Okay, so let's say if there is a requirement, then what you'll have to do, you'll have to assign that particular license to the user so that user will access that particular feature. Okay, that's how Salesforce has created. For some features, Salesforce gives this permission set licenses. So we have to first assign these permission set licenses to the user in order to access that feature. And then lastly, we have this feature license. So feature license is something you can find it on the user detail page. Okay, user detail page you will see when we will create the user. So that is something you can opt in for any particular feature. Okay, while creating the user. For example, this marketing user. Okay, this is something to access marketing features. Okay, I'm not going to go into the deep dive, but I'm just going to tell you what information you can find it in the company information. Okay, so all this information is there: organization name, address, fiscal year. Then we have default local language, time zone, currency, organization ID, edition. We have instances also, and then we have some licenses. User license, then feature license and permission set license. So these licenses we are going to use it when we are going to create the user. Okay. Any question till here?
No.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So this is something really okay. So when you first join the organization, what I follow is I always go to the company information and try to understand because how many users are there we can determine by looking at the licenses, right? Let's say here, let's say we have 500. Here, let's say we have 300, okay, and other licenses, even though we have, but user is not there, that means those licenses are not used. So that means we have total 800 users right now working in the company. That's how I written it. Okay, let's cancel this. And now let's move to the next topic, which is objects in Salesforce. So as you know, objects in Salesforce is represent in the form of table, right? And we have two different types of objects. So first is standard objects. Standard object means the objects which are by default provided by Salesforce is called standard object. Okay. Uh, the examples are accounts. Account is the standard object. Lead is the standard object. Opportunity is the standard object. Contact is the standard object. Okay. So contact, campaign, these are all standard objects. Then the second type is custom object. Custom object means the object which we create for business requirement is called custom object. So let's say Salesforce might have provided 10, 15 standard objects, but our requirement is not fulfilled using those objects. So we can always create our custom object. Each and every all will have their own different custom object. Okay. So custom object is something you cannot find it similar to in two different objects. Only standard objects will be the one which are similar. Okay. So let's first try to understand the standard objects. Okay. And what is the use of that objects? So first is lead object. If you remember yesterday, we saw about the lead records and how we can check the record. So let's understand now what is this lead. So leads are people who are interested in your product and services. Let's say your company either provide product to the customer or services to the customer, right? So when people show interest in the product and services, they become lead. Okay. Now converting these leads to loyal customer, okay, we can uh, provide a successful business. Okay. So by managing these leads in a systematic and structured way, okay, we can increase the number of leads and also we can increase how we can convert these leads. Okay. Now what is conversion? I will tell you for you. So as you see here, let's say I am from the sales team. Okay. My job is to contact the lead, okay, try to understand what they're looking for, okay, and then uh, provide them the solution, not solution, but we can say product or services, okay. So for example, let's say I am from the sales team and I am working on this particular lead. Okay, so what I will do, I will contact the lead using either phone or email address. Let's say I'm in communication with this particular lead from past 1 month. Okay, I'm working on this particular lead, and now customer, sorry, yeah, customer is ready to buy our product or ready to opt in for our services. Okay, not yet purchased, okay, he is just ready, okay. So this particular lead is there. Now as a salesperson, what I will do, I will convert this lead into three different objects, which is account, contact and opportunities. What these three objects are, that also we are going to see. So you convert this into account, contact, and opportunity. Okay, and that is called a qualified conversion. Okay, I'm going to show you how we can convert this. Just give me a couple of minutes. In the meantime, first we will understand the three objects. Okay, so the second object is account. So before moving to account, what is lead? Leads are the people who are interested in our product or services, right? We can manage that leads in a structured way. We have here path also. This is something which is provided by Salesforce, right? But each and every company, they might have different path. Okay. So we can, as a Salesforce admin, we can always add that uh, different options over here. So it says working contacted, but in between working contacted and converted, or working contacted closed not converted, each and every company might have different types of options. Okay, so that we can add it as a Salesforce admin. Then salespeople will work on it. Okay, according to the progress, it will update the status over here. From here, as well as we can update the status from here as well. This is something um, easy, which is Salesforce has provided. Just to look at the screen and updating using the button. Okay, but we can do it from the field as well. And once customer is ready to purchase, we can always convert. Okay, let's go to account. So accounts are companies that you are doing business with. Okay, so when you have you see the leads here. So you see name, we have company, we have title, lead source, industry, phone, email address, right? So when you convert this lead, this company becomes account. Okay, and account are the companies that you are doing business with. Then we have contact. So contacts are the people who work in that particular company. Let's say this is the company, H Communication. And here you see we have two contacts, Sean and Rose. Okay, these two are the employees of that particular company. If I go here in the contact, I can see all the contacts here. Okay, for example, let me open this contact. Okay, so here also you can see this particular contacts works in this particular company. Okay, and this is the email address. So when you convert a lead, this name will become contact, and it will also have phone number and email address. Okay, so whatever personalized information we have on the lead, that will going to become a contact. Company name will become the account name. And lastly, we have opportunities. Opportunities is something to track and manage your potential deals with Salesforce. As I said earlier, converting lead does not mean that particular lead has purchased a product. No, this deal is still ongoing. Once you convert the lead, you will have account, you will have contact, and also you will have opportunity. You will have opportunity. So in opportunity, now the salespeople's focus will be the opportunity. Why? To track and manage the potential deal. So opportunities are deals in progress. Okay, the deal are still ongoing. Let me open. um, Let's say this way. This is the opportunity. Okay. And here, as you see, we have different types of path. Okay. The exact same you will see here in the stage also. Now, all these values are provided by Salesforce, but customer can always modify their values. Okay, they might not needing all these values. They might have different values, right? So we can always change the value. Okay, so opportunity record tracks details about deals, including which account they are for and who are the employees to which we are going to work with. Okay, so here we have account name, and we also have some contact information. That contact information we can see it over here in contact rows. Right now it is not showing anything, but when you create opportunities, okay, that time you will see whatever contact that particular account have, okay, that we are going to see over here. That means we are dealing with that particular person for that particular company. Okay, let's say Sean is the main person to confirm the deal, okay, or cancel the deal. Okay, so we are going to communicate with Sean, okay, for that account. We are going to work on the opportunity, and we are going to update the stage as well. So as I said, opportunity record tracks details about accounts, about contacts, about the progress deal as well. Okay, and the amount of potential sales here you see the amount as well. Okay, so now let's say that now customer has purchased a product. Okay, finally customer has purchased a product. So here, sales people will mark it as closed won. We have two different options here: closed won and closed lost. So here they will update it as closed won, exactly like this. Okay, that means the deal is completed now, and customer have purchased a product. If at the last moment customer is not ready to purchase a product and customer back out from the deal, then we update the status as closed lost. I don't think we have closed lost here. Let's I'll just show it to you. Okay, let's say I'm working on this particular opportunity, test opportunity 4. I'm updating these stages accordingly as the deals are progressing. Okay, but now customer is not ready to purchase our product. Okay, and we lost this particular deal. That's why we are going to mark it as close lost. Okay, that means customer has not yet purchased the product and we lost that particular deal. Okay, so this is opportunity. So leads are the people who are interested in your product. Once those leads are ready to purchase your product, we convert them into account, contacts, and opportunity. In the opportunity, we track and manages the deals. Okay, and once the customer has purchased the product, we mark it as closed won. If the customer is not ready to purchase a product and we lost the deal, then we will mark it as closed loss. Okay, so this is the overview of the main four objects in Salesforce, because these are the objects you will see in each and every org where everyone is using these four objects. Now, the overview I have given you what these standard objects are, because we don't have to do all this. Okay, this is not our part, this is not our job. This is something salespeople will deal with. Okay, creating leads, converting leads into accounts and contacts, tracking opportunities, marking opportunities as closed or closed. This is not our job. Okay, this is purely the job of Salesforce. They will be using the Salesforce, or they will be doing all this on their daily basis. Okay, as a Salesforce admin, our job will be to make sure that sales users are uh, using Salesforce or seamlessly. They don't have any issues or something like that. Sometimes what happens is if they are using Salesforce or and if they are getting some error while creating a record, while putting some information in the record, right? That time they will reach out to you, and your job will be to figure out what is the issue and fix that particular issue. Or in some scenarios, there may be possibility that they want some new functionalities, or let's say new fields in that particular object, new values for in particular field. Okay, that time you will uh, do that particular work. Okay, adding a new field, adding a new value, making sure that security model is in correct place. If there is some requirement of hiding some fields for specific user, okay, that you can do. Okay, and that's why I have given you this overview, just so that you have some idea about these standard objects, okay, what they are used for, so that it will be easy for you to work on in the back end. Any questions here?
Hi, Amrapali. I have a question. It's unrelated to this, but I wanted to know that are there a lot of Salesforce admin jobs out there?
Yes, we have.
Okay. And would there be just one admin per company, or would there be more than
That
one in?
depends. No, that depends actually on the company. For example, let's say if you are working in product-based company, okay? Now, depending on the scale, whether it is mid-scale, large scale, small scale, okay? Uh, the admins will be there. Let's say if it is a small scale company, then one or two admins are sufficient. Okay, if it is a large scale company, okay, then sometimes it has 30, 35 of admins of team, or maybe Salesforce team. If you are working in service based company, okay, services means your company provided services to the different companies. Okay, so in that scenario, depending on the project, it will have Salesforce admin. Okay, let's say the project requirement is to do some admin work, and then to do some development. Okay, so they will have one developer, one admin, one BA, like that. If the depending on the work, actually work and project, you will see. Sometimes we have two admins, sometimes we have five admins. That is all depend on the work and
So,
company.
okay. And another question is, would that be a permanent job, or does it depends on the project? If the project is over, so does your job gets over.
In India, we have like permanent position. I am not sure about uh, the US and Canada. You might have to check with Dave Carmichael.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Any other question?
No, thank you.
Amrapali, I do have one question.
Mhm.
Whatever we discuss in these classes, is there like kind of a quick reference PowerPoint or notes or something that we can always refer back to when we are going through the video or something, or no?
Uh, we don't have PowerPoint or something notes actually. These videos are the ones
Okay,
which will be available on YouTube.
sure. Okay.
Okay, let's move to the next topic. So we are going to start with the application. What is application in Salesforce? As you see here, uh, I switched into sales application when I was in the setting. Okay, so sales is something called as application. So let's understand now what is this application and how we use it. So application is Salesforce is like a container for all the objects, tabs, and other functionalities. Okay, it is like a group of tabs that works as a unit over here. So you see in one application we have these many tabs. Okay, according to the requirement we can add or remove tabs as well. So each and every application will consist of its name, um, logo, and some tabs over here. And then we have app launcher. So these 9 dots you see on the left hand side corner, these are called app launcher. So from app launcher, you can always click on the app launcher and you can always switch between applications. Okay, so right now I am on the sales application. If I want to switch between different application, I can go here, search for that particular app name, okay, and switch it. So here also we have basically two types of application. First is standard application, the apps which comes with every instance of Salesforce. By default, it calls as standard apps, right? It includes app launcher, uh, logo, application name, and these tabs. So now, the catch over here is in standard apps, we can customize what tabs you want to show to your users. Okay, however, we cannot customize this logo. That means we cannot update this logo. This is something from Salesforce, okay, and we cannot update it. Now, second type is custom apps, the apps which we create for business requirement. So in custom application, we can update this logo as well. We have that option, but not for the standard application. Custom app will also have name, will also have some tabs, okay, but we can update the logo. So in the previous, for previous batch, actually, I have created one custom application. I'm just going to switch to that. So this is the application which we are going to create in the next class, recruiting application. And as you see, I have added only those objects which are, let's say, useful for the users to work on it. Okay, we don't want any other tabs over here as they are not using those tabs. I created this custom application recruiting app. I did not updated this logo, but you can change this particular logo. Then we have added some applications. Sorry, object name. So object name is something you can add standard object tabs there, custom objects tabs there. Okay, so whatever you create, you can always add it over there. The only thing is you will need to create the tab. Now, how to create tabs? that we are going to see while creating the object. Okay, but make sure that you are creating and following all the steps. So we have these two different applications. So this sales application is something from Salesforce. We have sales application, we have service application, we have marketing application. Okay, all these applications are from Salesforce. Okay, we don't use it, but only this one, which is recruiting application. This is something which we created for the last batch. So how to create application and all, that is something we are going to see in the next class.
I have a question, Amrapali.
Mhm.
How many of these applications are we going to learn in our classes?
We are going to create one application throughout this class and we are going to work on that application.
Okay, like you said, there's sales, there's marketing. Are we going to learn all of those?
These are standard applications according and now this actually depends um, companies are using your applications or not. But you will see, depending on the application, you will see the tabs. For example, here in sales application, you will see opportunity, you will see account, contacts, leads. In services, you will see some similar apps, okay, which you are already working on, and some different apps. For example, for service, account is there, contact is there, and additionally cases are there. In services, what happens is we provide services to the users. Let's say your company is offering some products to the customer. Customer purchase that particular product later on, let's say after 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, they have some issue with the product. So what they will do, they will create a case with your organization. Okay, you will have some backend team who manages all the tickets and all, which is called service uh, base. Okay, so as they will work on the tickets cases, you will see the case object there. So according to the application, you will see tabs over here. For marketing user, what is important? They have some campaigns. Through campaigns, they collect the information to generate the leads, right? So they will have campaign object, they will have lead object, they will have account object. So as a Salesforce admin, we don't have to work on it, right? Our job is to make sure that the people who are actually using these applications, okay, that is something going smoothly. So we have campaigns, we have leads, contacts, okay, depending. Now this is something which I have added over here. I can always remove this. This is not added by Salesforce, okay. All these are added by me.
So this is the default application, right? So we can
Yes.
always customize the default application.
So when you want to customize it, you can you have the option to add or remove the tabs from the application.
Okay, so like if sales is the application, and suppose our client want additional objects, so we can do that or remove the objects.
Yes, right. For example, here now I go to the more and I see that there are unnecessary objects which salespeople do not use. This is something hiring team should use, right? So I can always remove this from the order set of tabs, okay? And if they have some other requirement and they want some new tabs over there, we can add it on this test.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Mhm. Any other question?
No, thank you.
Okay. So if you guys have no question, then I think we can stop here, because from next session we are going to continue with the practical part. Okay, we are going to see how we can create applications, how we can create objects in Salesforce, and fields and other things. So as I mentioned in the previous class, as this is theory, we will not going to provide any assignment for that. Okay, once the practical sessions will start, okay, we will send the assignment. So in assignment, it will have some examples created by us, and as well as the trailhead link as well, which you have to follow. Okay, so yeah, you can drop off now. I'll just stop the screen sharing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.